My name is Sonny Valdez, and I like to call my art abstract metal art. Automotive paint on metal. I use aircraft aluminum as my main substrate, and I grind it down, and then I add different colors on top of that. I use automotive clear coats, and I also use automotive resins. I mix a combination of them. I also use some alcohol inks. It's kind of one of my newest products that I've added in there. They all have a different, they give a different look, and so they all have a different use for them. So I can get up to 10, 15 layers. We grew up fixing our bikes. We used to ride bikes all over the place and doing wheelies and jumping ramps. And I always used to be creative with my hands. I used to build clubhouses and go-karts. Because in my late 20s, I used to fix up my own cars. I had a shop full of cars and pretty much just taught myself from there. I probably had like 12 featured cars in Lowrider magazine over the years, mainly in the early 90s and late 90s, early 2000s. I've had one car on the cover of Lowrider magazine. I've had one car in the centerfold of Lowrider magazine. So I've had shops, many shops over the years, and I don't like the stress, the bills, and having to get employees. Because to have a shop, you have to do a certain amount of business just to break even, just to keep the doors open. I did it for years, and then one day I got burned out, and I was like, there's got to be an easier way. And that's when I got my real estate license. I stopped painting altogether for about a good 6-8 years, and just went full-time into real estate. This was after the 2008 housing collapse. And I had a garage set up, and I had a few people ask me about painting the car. Working at home allows me to keep my same overhead that I have, whether I'm painting the garage or I'm selling real estate. And I realized still didn't make a lot of money off it. I had a lot of fun doing it, and I guess the inspiration of just the passion of painting and creating an art piece is kind of what's driven me this far. I've had several setbacks over the years, just like anybody else. I ain't no different. I had kidney failure. I should have paid attention more on, my lifestyle, being overweight, smoking cigarettes, and running 3 different businesses, and I was just stressed as far as I can go. Temporary fix was a transplant, kidney transplant. Prior to my kidney transplant, my best friend of 25 years decided she couldn't handle what was going on and left me to deal with it by myself. So I did. After 2 years of dialysis and some other medical issues that I had in the meantime, my sister donated the first kidney. That lasted me 3 years. After I came home and I looked at my life, I decided it's time to rebuild and maybe do something with my life I've never done before, something I've always wanted to do. And got me a motorcycle, got me my Harley Davidson, and that was a lot of fun. My son came in and he donated the second kidney, and it's been 6 years now. I learned how delicate and precious life is, and how you've got to live every day like it's your last, because you really don't know. None of us know. And I think having gratitude is probably the number one thing on my list. Thanking God. My work relates to the cars, mainly the lowrider lifestyle. That's kind of my culture, where I started, and still where I tend to. You see it in my work, that flavor, the colors, the artistry comes out the low artist, and goes into motorcycles, and that's how I got into doing the wall art. Just another way of doing it in a smaller scale for myself without having to have a customer. I can create what I want, what I see, what I vision, without having to please somebody else. As I started working with customers and trying to get my vision across, I realized it was easier for me to put it on a panel and let them see what I like. I've learned more by doing my test panels, because I can get in there and get more risky and do things I couldn't do on a whole car. Come a long way since then and learned a lot of things. And again, it's also allowed me to try new things without spending a lot of money on materials and messing up somebody's car. The thing I like most about making my art is creating new pieces, doing something different and not the same process, the same pattern, trying different techniques, using different colors. And usually when I have a show coming up is when I'll go back to the studio and I'll go through my folders of ideas, or I'll just go out to a aluminum supply place and just buy a bunch of panels, all different shapes and sizes, and I come home and then things kind of start coming together and I start getting ideas, and then I lay them out on my table, and next thing I know, I'm off and running, and I already know where I'm going with it. And I bring out all my colors and different stuff. I go through my little box of ideas and pull different things out. So let's try this, try that, and kind of put it all together. But I really want to focus more on my art, and I really want to get more creative and just start doing more things that I haven't done with them, as far as just incorporating more ideas and just having fun with it. Probably the biggest phrase that my father shared with me, and I always share with my daughter too, is when there's a will, there's a way. If you want something bad enough, you can make it happen. If you believe in yourself and you believe in your idea, you believe in your dreams, it's possible. The only thing that motivates me now is trying to go somewhere I've never been. I get a lot of people just want regular paint jobs, want simple things, and that doesn't inspire me. I need to be challenged. I want to do things I haven't done yet. With everything that I know and everything I've compiled over the years, I've got all this knowledge and talent. I want to push that, keep pushing the envelope and see what else I got, what else can I do. Look back and my kids, I'm blessed with 4 healthy, very smart kids, and 4 beautiful grandkids. And those, they're the ones that still give me purpose and drive to this day. My end game now is to build a residual income somehow, maybe where I can create my art, sell it online, and I can create it anywhere in the world and just ship it. I've been to Mexico, and I love the people out there. I want to live by the beach where it's just peaceful and be able to walk the beach every morning, put my toes in the sand and feel that water. I think water has a lot of power. Brings you close to Mother Nature and God Himself.